Hey guys, it's Aaron, and in today's story time, I think it's time for me to explain the scar that I have right on my forehead. Even though you guys have probably never seen it before because of the stupid ass lighting I've had to go through. But yeah, hopefully this lighting is the best. I mean, I don't know how it's going to turn out in the video, but I hope it's going to look better than from the lighting right over there and the lighting from the crappy guest room upstairs. I mean, yeah, who knows. So yeah, I think I'll show you guys the scar I have on my forehead real quick. Right over there. Yeah, it's right there. And of course, as I try to show you guys it, Zit City decides it'll be a good idea to come and join the video as well. You, Zits, are not allowed on my forehead! Okay? That was stupid, but... yeah, anyways, guys, let's just get on with the video. Enough blabbering. Okay, guys, so in this story, I was 6 years old, and it was on my grandma's birthday. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, Grandma. I should have listened to you, but yeah, now I have this on my forehead, but... yeah, I think it tells a pretty cool story, so yeah, I have to explain the story to everyone. Okay, so my family and I were in the Navy Exchange, and that place is like a place where only like Navy recruits can go there. My dad was in the Navy, and that's how he was able to like get access into that Navy-based place. Like there was a lot of things to do. It was like a uniform shop, it was like a bowling alley, and restaurants, and it was like a boot camp for all the Navy students, and there was this little Navy Exchange place for like a little shopping mall place. Burp. But yeah, so we were in the Navy Exchange with my family and we were walking around the Navy Exchange. Like it was a nice little place. There was like a little food court like to the side. There was like a lot of clothes and books and video games, stuff like that. It's the kind of stuff you would see like in a Walmart pretty much. And my dad would always like drop me off by the video game aisle where I'll like play like video games. There was like this little Guitar Hero section where I like grab the guitar and be like, the glasses got stuck on my face. I'm quite surprised I didn't fall and break from that, but yeah. But yeah, every time I would go there, I would always like play the video games and stuff like that. But I don't think he ever dropped me off that day. So yeah, we were just walking around. We were looking at stuff, and we're looking at the clothes. We're looking at the perfumes. We're looking at candles and stuff like that. Like, we just wanted to explore what was going on in Navy Exchange that day. And yeah, and we were, like, by the candle aisle at the time, and I did not know that my shoelace was untied. And whenever your shoelaces are untied, that can turn into a pretty bad situation, just like the situation that I was in at the time. So I'm just walking, like, minding my own business, just like, la-di-da-di-da. I'm minding my own business, just like walking down the little hallway place with my family and I. And then as I'm walking, all of a sudden, I end up stepping on the shoelace that was like loose, and since I was like on like a hardwood floor, I end up slipping. Like I step on the shoelace and I slip, and I'm like, whoa! And then I end up literally face planting like that, like right onto the ground, and I landed right on my forehead. Like I like landed really hard on that, like that's like, wow, gotta stop doing that with my head, but. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. Like, I landed like this, I face planted onto the ground, and it hurts. Like, I didn't really, like, feel the pain at first, because I was, like, so shocked, and I was on the ground, just like, what the hell just happened? And then a few seconds later, that's when the pain hit me, and that's when I start crying, like that, and then that's when my parents just, like, oh my god, they, like, picked me up, and they start, like, running to the hallway, they're, like, carrying me, like, it's, like, the freaking, like the final scene from like a movie where the building's on fire and stuff like that, from an action movie or whatever. Like they had to like get into the hospital immediately, so they had to like run over to the front desk. The ladies are like, "Oh my gosh, my son just like fell on the floor and he face planted onto the ground, and now I think he broke his head. We need to call an ambulance." And then I'm like kind of like and I'm kind of like dozing off, but I kind of hear what they're saying, and all I hear is like ambulance, hospital. He has to go to the hospital. I'm like, no, I'm gonna die if I go to the hospital. They're gonna give me a bunch of shots. They're gonna give me a bunch of needles. They're gonna do CPR on me. I don't want to do this. But yeah, it was nowhere near like that. But yeah, I was so scared at the time because I had to go to the freaking hospital because of the fact that I laid down on my head and that I possibly broke it as well. And my moms are just kind of like rocking me back and forth. She's like getting ready to cry, like, oh my gosh, my baby could have broke his head from this. He may have broken his head already. I don't know. She was like so confused. She was hoping that I didn't break my head from that. She was like praying to God, like, oh please God, don't let him have his head broken because of that. And then they always tell me, like, till this day, like, Aaron, make sure you tie your shoes or else you're gonna fall onto the floor again. You have to go to the hospital. I'm like, Mom, I'm fine. I really have been fine. Like, that hasn't happened again. But yeah, my mom is rocking me back and forth, and I keep on asking my mom, please don't take me to the hospital. I don't want to go to the hospital. And she's like, yes, you do have to go to the hospital. You have to make sure that your head isn't broken and stuff like that. And yeah, after eventually the ambulance came, and then they had to put me in a little bed thing, and they like have to like push me into the ambulance thing, and then there's this one ambulance dude who's like trying to like pacify me, like, don't worry, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And then he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna show you how all the things in an ambulance work. So then as we're all like driving to the hospital, I'm like in like the little ambulance bed thing, I don't know what it's called. And then as they're driving me to the hospital, the guy's like showing me all the things, like, okay, I'm gonna show you this thing, and this is gonna be so cool, like, trust me. And then as he's explaining, I'm like, bitch, I don't care, take me to the goddamn hospital, I'm gonna fucking die! That was loud. I hope my parents aren't home from that. I don't think they're at home yet. But yeah, I'm just like all panicking. I'm like, I don't care, just take me to a hospital already and get this shit over with, because I am probably gonna die now if you keep on explaining this to me, because this pacifying me is really not helping right now. I mean, I obviously didn't say that because I was 6, and I don't even think I knew what swearing was back then. But yeah, if I yelled, I'm pretty sure I've gotten in trouble, because my mom was in the ambulance with me, and yeah, I was in too much of a pain already to yell at the first place, but that's what I was pretty much thinking in my head. But yeah, we get to the hospital, and I'm like on the bed, and they're trying like to examine me, like see like they're getting x-rays of my head, see if my skull's like broken. They have to like do a surgery and like my skull to like repair it, and my mom's like, we're like, oh my gosh, like what if they landed on this on like his head, and then like there's like something got in his head, like his skull's like all like disconjointed and some shit like that. But yeah, luckily nothing was wrong with my head. Like, my head was perfectly fine. I didn't break my head. Luckily, I don't know how that happened, because I landed pretty hard on the goddamn floor. But yeah, I only got that one little scar, no stitches, no anything. But yeah, once I got it, it was actually really noticeable. It's not really noticeable anymore, but it was quite noticeable. So like the next day of kindergarten, when I like went to school that day, everyone was just staring at my forehead like, oh my god, are you okay? Like my forehead was just like a giant line right there. I'm like everyone's just, I'm like, oh my god, are you okay? What happened? Aaron, what happened? Tell us. And I didn't want to tell the story, because I didn't want to tell them that I didn't have my shoelaces tied, and like tripped over my shoelaces, and I fell like face first onto the floor at the Navy exchange place, because then they were probably gonna like get all scared and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't really tell them what happened. I just told them that I fell. But yeah, I didn't really tell them like how I fell, because that would just be like a really awkward situation. But yeah, I remember how we're doing like this little like face portraits things and then my teacher went to the board and she's like, oh, okay, Aaron, so you're gonna be drawing this little face thing. You're gonna put your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. You're gonna draw glasses, and then you're gonna draw this nice little dot on your forehead to represent your scar. And I'm like, really? I mean, obviously didn't say it because I want to get in trouble, but I'm like, oh, okay. But in my head I was like, oh my god, this lady is gonna drive me crazy. So yeah, guys, that was the time that I fell on the floor, nearly broke my head. Luckily, I didn't. That's pretty much explaining the scar that I have on my forehead. I'm pretty sure none of you guys even knew that. I mean, if you watched my first video, I did tell you guys that. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's longer than my other story about the bee. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully the lighting isn't all shitty and stuff like that. So yeah, bye.